guys, what's good? Your boy, Prison, back again with another discussion for Avengers. For it's not another, it's the first one, but still, this is going to be a discussion for Avengers and Infinity War. I'm just going to give you a little bit of what's happened. Basically, this is going to be a spoiler, so if you don't want the movie being spoiled for you, get out now. If you want it being spoiled for you, if you're an older person, if you want to know what's happened in the film, then stay, and you're more than welcome to stay. It came out in England today. April 26th is coming out in America in America tomorrow, which is on a Friday, the 27th. But yeah, I'm just going to mention that little important parts to what's happened in the story, in that film, and to what the future of Marvel's going to be. So anyway, it was kicking off by Loki dying, the Hulk being sent to New York, Thor being left for dead in Asgardian ship. So the Hulk, he lands in New York and is with Doctor Strange, and they're speaking to how they should stop Thanos. They recruit Tony. The Battle of New York literally just starts straight away with Call Obsidian and Ebony Maw fighting against them, and Doctor Strange being kidnapped because he's still got the magical charm on his time stone. So if anyone tries to touches it, the hand gets burnt. And Tony and Spider-Man actually stow away on the spaceship where Doctor Strange is being kept hostage, and they fly off to space, and they're miles away from Earth at this point. This skips to Scotland with Vision and Scarlet Witch being on being away on a romantic trip, and they get ambushed by approximately midnight and Corvus Blade. And for me, I knew that Captain America would show up in the scene because I've seen it like in the trailer where they're fighting, and you just see a train pass, it's a black silhouette of a person standing like there, and it's Captain America. With the Falcon and Black Widow, they actually stop Corvus Glade and approximately midnight from kidnapping Vision and taking the stone from him. They could actually kill approximately midnight and Corvus Glade there, but I don't know why they did not do that, because it's a very dumb decision. Then after, it skips off to the Guardians, where they are finding distressing though what the Asgardians sent out, because they thought that they'll get paid, but they get there, so just a massive wreckage of everything, like everything's been destroyed. And they meet up with Thor. Thor explains to what's happened, and then Thor has explained to him, and then he has got to Nevada to get his axe back, and he goes there with Groot and Rocket Raccoon, while Star-Lord, Gamora, Atlantis and Drax, they go to nowhere to stop Thanos from getting the reality stone, which he's already gotten. Gamora's acting a bit weird, because when Thor mentioned the soul stone, she was like, but with me, I was thinking, I was like, she knows where it is already. And yeah, Thanos actually kidnaps her at nowhere, and he takes her to a planet called Vormir to actually retrieve the soul stone. But more on that in a little bit. The film skips as well to the stories, which is Iron Man, Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, they're on that ship, and Spider-Man also mentions a really old film, which is Aliens, to how they should stop the Ebony Maw. Basically, they use Tony Stark, Iron Man, as a diversion to fight this alien, basically by shooting a hole in his ship, and he gets sucked out of it, and he freezes to death, basically, this alien, and they rescue Doctor Strange. But this ship is already going to Titan to meet up with Thanos and the Guardians as well. They think that Thanos is going to Titan as well to meet up with that ship, and they meet up with Tony Stark and Iron Man, and Tony Stark, Captain America, Tony Stark, Spider-Man and Doctor Strange meet up with the Guardians and fight. Thor gets to Nidavellir and makes his own hammer with Groot and Rocket, so they make that hammer. Captain America and Vision and the gang, they go to Wakanda to get the stone removed from Vision's head by Shuri. Everything's all coming into one. Now back to Vormir. So Vormir is where the soul stone is, and the person who's keeping the soul stone, who's guarding the soul stone, is actually Red Skull. Like everyone, when they found out, everyone's gasping. They're like, I was like, yo, like people, like in the cinema, like they could not believe that Red Skull was still in it, and like he's got powers, he's like floating and everything. It's just really crazy to see how his character, how they just brought him back just like that. But yeah, to basically to get the soul stones, Thanos had to sacrifice Gamora and Gamora basically he had to sacrifice somebody that he loves, that person being Gamora. So he sacrifices Gamora, and Gamora dies, but Thanos really did deeply love Gamora, and he was crying about that. And he goes to Titan, and he encounters Doctor Strange, Tony Stark, Drax, Star-Lord, Mantis and Spider-Man. They fight him. They almost take the glove off his hand, but Star-Lord actually finds out that Gamora was actually killed by Thanos, and because they actually have a full-on relationship, Gamora and Star-Lord have a relationship. They actually kiss in the film as well, and he's heartbroken by this. And they're really close to removing the gauntlet from Thanos' hand, and Star-Lord starts hitting him, and this causes Mantis to actually let go of Thanos' head. So he actually wakes back up as well from his trance of like being put to sleep by Mantis, and he actually grabs that gauntlet back, and he actually beats them and actually defeats them. He goes off to Earth, where the other Black Order, the three other aliens who is Call Obsidian, possibly Nine, Clovis, Claver, fighting Wakanda with those alien venom creatures, and then finally against the rest of the Avengers, and the rest of the Avengers they are getting absolutely like destroyed, they are getting overpowered, and then you just see the Bifrost hitting down, and Thor's hammer just flies out, and everyone's just screaming like, oh! I was like, Thor as well, like it was such a, for me this was such a great cinematic experience I've ever had. Like I was like, yo, this is so cool. Like everyone was just screaming and shouting when Thor came through. For me, the two characters that really stuck out in this film was Thanos. Thanos is the main character in this. Like they give you like a backstory to how it's like, to why he's doing this, to his motivations, and Thor as well. Like Thor, like you see like an arc of him, like his family like being dead, basically his own person left in his family, and yeah, and you see that like he's like, I will get my revenge. Like he actually tells Thanos at the beginning of the film, like, I will get my revenge, and yeah, they're actually coming through, and then Thanos, like he actually transports himself to Wakanda to get that final stone. He's got all 5 stones except for that one left, and he's fighting everyone, and he's outpowering people. He's throwing people left and right. He's punching the shit out of Captain America. He's beating everyone, and then Scarlet Witch actually managed to destroy the stone, but Thanos is like, poor child, you do not know nothing yet, and he actually reversed his time, which I thought he would do as well. After when that stone was destroyed, he reversed his time, and then yeah, he gets the final stone, and at the end, Thor, he literally throws Stonebreaker straight at that thing's heart, at Thanos' heart, right? And he's like, and then Thor's like, I told you I'd get my revenge. He says at the end, and then Thanos is like, you should have gone for the head. He literally snaps his fingers, and everyone's just there, just dying. People are just vanishing to dust, and then like they're all just like dying. I'm like, oh, this is so bad. Black Panther dies, like it's crazy. Groot dies. Sam Wilson dies. Bucky, Spider-Man, Mantis, Drax, Star-Lord, Doctor Strange. Like a whole lot more people die. I can't even like name the people like in my hand. Like there's so many more people that die. But at the end credit scene, it's Nick Fury and Maria Hill, and they're driving through New York because of the battle, and their car just crashes. Like a car crashes, right, and they see nobody there inside the car. They're like, what? And then like Maria Hill's like, I feel strange. And then she vanishes away, right? And then Nick Fury as well, like he starts to vanish, and he takes something, he's running out, and he takes something like a pager out of his pocket. He's like, mother, like then like he presses like the pager, then the pager starts bleeping like bleep 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 bleep, and then after you see Captain Marvel's the star with the insignia, it goes ding like that, and yeah. So that means Captain Marvel's come to Avengers 4, and that was it. Like for me, this film was just really crazy. Like how just everything just happened. It's all those separate like 3 different stories just came all into one. It was just that big massive battle, and the ending as well. It's just crazy. But Star-Lord, like if Star-Lord like just used his brain and just would have waited until they removed the gauntlet, then he would have done it after to get revenge for Gamora, and then that would have been good. But still, guys, like for me, this is one of the best films that Marvel's done. Like top five for sure. Might break into my favorite top three, but not other people's top three. But guys, tell me your comments, tell me your thoughts on the below. If you've seen the film, if you've not seen the film, I'm pretty sure you will enjoy it. You'll be shouting along with the people around you in the cinema. So yeah, guys, that's basically it. I'm still traumatized by this. Preston signing out. Oh, subscribe to my page. Yeah, I do that conversation videos and basically shit like this. I do vlogs as well. And follow me on Instagram and subscribe, guys. Preston signing out. Peace. I don't know what to say.